Hello, Emperor Melkor here. A sky prison. Some else now. So, one thing that I can say is that prison changed me. It showed me that I could perform more evils than I have been. And I promise you, I will only grow greater in brutalities since I've escaped prisons. So, I know it's getting close to the Yule seasons, okay, like Christmas, yes. So I thought this would be a really great time to talk about one of the best Christmas albums ever made. And it's made by one of the greatest black metal bands of all times, and that's the Dark Thrones, yes. Their albums are Transylvanian Hunger, okay? So, Transylvania, the Carpathian Mountains, the Draculas. So, it's pretty brutal, so they get more evil or satanic than that, So, we're gonna be discussing Dark Thrones, but first, I know a lot of you have concerns and comments and thoughts about the channels. So has been gone, I know. So I'll just go ahead and clear the air. So I got accused wrongfully, allegedly, as murdering my bands. So that's not, I didn't do any of that. I just, my fingerprints were on shovels, the blood of my basses, my drummers, were on the shovels, but, I was not serious. But, I guess in this country, with this growing fascisms, it's bad to kill posers, but, posers have no rights. So, I didn't really do anything wrong. If Melkor does anything, he does what needs to be done in any situations, okay? As we can't have the sleep talking fans or the kiss fans roaming about and saying that they're black metals, because it's just not. So anyways, yes, I was in jail for a while. As in jails, I really grew in despair and sorrows, and I got to see the terrifying stories and jails, and God's made me some Carolina's Reaper sauces. And I thought pretty good. It's my asshole burned very well, and anyways, I don't want to reveal too much, but I'm out now, so don't worry. Gill-boy's channel will actually be watchable. I see what happens when it's gone. I don't know what's going on, but his sauce. All his videos are about the James Gunn. Nah, it's a poser shit. I told you, he's a poser. He's the ultimate poser. All he does is talk about comics and the Batmans and the Green Lanterns and the video guys. It's poser shit. So don't worry, Emperor Melkor here to save the Lagoons once more. And I know I had to take this from Elvis because, tis the season to be brutal. It's the only reason why I'm wearing it is to mark this holidays, fucking bullshit. It's about giving presents. I just fucking take all the presents. I open them early, so that way when they come down and see they see the gifts and they don't get the joys of opening the presents. But anyways, I don't want to ramble on. I just needed to explain why I've been gone. But anyways, I found this. Look at this. Look at this nice. Look at the nice ring. Look at it. Isn't it nice? Yeah, I found it in the cars and the parking lot at the police stations. And within that cars, they had a nice Slayer shirt. So whoever had that car had good taste. And, I just thought Christmas came early for Melkor's theirs. So anyways, they'll never find me. They just don't know where I live. So anyways, it's gonna be fine. Don't worry. I'm going to keep uploading videos every week now. And I know just want to also address the corpse paint, so Dana feels oh my goodness, what a brave soul he is to put his band in place, because I learned a lot from Danny's prisons and realized that I did nothing wrong. Just as he has done nothing wrong. And unfortunately, Gill-boy has bad taste in music, so he does have Cradle of Filth albums, but he does has Dark Thrones. So he's not, it's kind of a confusing relationship I have with Gill-boys, but anyways, we're going to discuss this album. So it's a great album. Transylvanian's Hungers, and it's to see here it says true Norwegian black metals, okay? And so some of these peoples in the bands are the ones who hung out with Euronymous, and of course Dead with his beautiful hairs, and anyways, look at this immaculate cover art and this great candelabras, so I know the good ones here for when I record my brutal albums. So we're going to go ahead and unsheath this beautiful piece. It's a masterpiece, look at it. So, we'll go ahead and take it out the sleeves. But when you have the sleeves here, look at this, it's got other kind of bands that you can buy from. That's the non-poser music. So I know a lot of you probably won't even know any of the bands. But we have the Pentagrams here, and what's the band here called Candlemass? Yeah, that's a great band too. There's a great music bands up here. So I'm gonna just put this over here, so I can order more with Gill-boy's debit cards that I found, this aligns about. So snooze you lose, okay? So anyways, we'll take this out, and it's got a nice little sleeves here. It's really good, so you should respect it as much as possible, because honestly, this is one of the most brutal bands that you'll probably ever listen to, okay? And just look at it, doesn't it look so cold and distant and full of despair? It reminds me of my prison cells. Yeah, I kind of like prison in a way, because it gave me new lyrics to write for my new song. Speaking of which, I just want to go ahead and say, if you're interested in joining my band, so comment below. I need a bassist, I need a drummer, and I need a guitarist, and another guitarist, and maybe let's go ahead and just get three guitarists. Yes, okay, but I mean, you have to be true black metal like Emperor Melkor. So comment below if you're brutal enough to be in my band, and hopefully, you won't get into accidents like the previous band members, and the families thinks that I did things, because I definitely did not do anything. So anyways, check out the brutal record. It's beautiful. So this is the B-sides, okay, and of course we have the A-sides here. So look at this, it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful record. So listen to this record every day, especially if you have depressions. It helps you realize that you should just, be sad. It's good to be sad. It's good to be brutal, because if you're happy, you're not black metals, okay? There's no points in life. There's no joys or hopes or anything. So you should do what needs to be done, because if you don't, then I'll help you. So I will help you do it. So okay? So we're gonna put this back in here, because we've got the lyrics here, but a lot of it is written in the Norwegian language. So but this one is not, and it's called Transylvanian Hungers, okay? And I was very hungry in prisons. Prison food is not too good, but in a way it's good that it's not good, because then it's brutal, and then the more brutal it is, the better, and more black metal it is. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and kind of read the language of this song, so you can grasp the spirit of Christmas, okay? So here we go. It says, Transylvanian hungers, the mountains are cold, called soul chords. Yeah, so play on words, not soul, but sauce. You know, so like we all have sauce. So yeah, so then it says your hands are cruel, careful, pale, two hands, forever and night. Yeah, so witching hours, great times, right? So happy witching hours. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe Satan will forgive me, but I forgot to wish you happy witching hours, you know, Satan. So anyways, so to this says, take me, can't you feel the call? Embrace me eternally in your daylight slumbers. It's to be trapped by the shadow of your morbid palace. All hate living. Yeah, fucks him, I know. The only heat is warm blood, so pure, so cold. Transylvanian hunger. Hail to the true intense vampires, a story made for divine fulfillment, to be the ones breathing a wind of sorrow and fright, the dearest catharsis, beautiful evil self, to be the morbid count, a part of a pack that is delightfully immortal. Feel the call, freeze you with the uppermost desire. Transylvanian hunger, my mountain is cold, so pure, evil, cold, Transylvanian hunger. Isn't it brutal? It's so great. You know, also when I was in the prison, I saw the new Nosferatu. That's one of the greatest movies ever made. I just thought, you know, what a way for means to pattern themselves after Count Orlok. You know, it reminded me of this Christmas album. So it's something everyone should pattern themselves after, you know, because Count Orlok, he did what needed to be done, you know, it's good to drink from the blood of your enemies and to be evil and to live in a castle in Transylvania and to have that hunger that we all craves and desires and needs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this album in sleeves here, and we'll just solve it there. So yeah, look at it, it's so beautiful. Just one more time, just look at it. Guys, I needed that for the thumbnails. So guys, so anyways, also to check this out, I see that Gill-boy has beefed up some of his VHS collection while I was in jail. So this is the last time he'll ever see this. This is the Nosferatu. Okay, so I guess he got this for me for Christmas. So thank you, Gill-boy. You know. So anyways, we'll just put that right there, so we can build part of the Lagoon sauce. I know what you're all saying, or wondering is, Sauce Melkor. Who is the Dark Thrones? Well, okay, well, first of all, let me pull up my notes here. Okay, this is totally not reading from Wikipedia, so fuck yourselves, okay? So, Transylvanian Hunger is the fourth studio album by the Norwegian black metal band Dark Thrones. It was released on February 17th, yes, in 1994, so it's good years, by Peaceful Records, and it is the third and final albums of what is dubbed the band's Unholy Trinity. Right, so the first one would be A Blaze in the Northern Skies, and Under Funeral Moons, and of course Transylvania Hunger. Now I can't recommend those albums enough. So those are some of the best black metal albums, and they are very good Christmas albums, and 'tis the season to be brutal, so definitely check those out if you haven't, which I'm assuming you haven't because you're a poser, but it's okay, I'm here to guide you out of being conformist poser. So anyways, so Transylvania Hunger was the first Dark Throne album to be recorded as a duo, Nocturnal Culto and Fenris, which was a direct result of the Forest's departure from the band the previous years. And Fenris performed all instrumentation on the album, while Nocturnal Culto adding vocals As of 2024, this and Panzerfaust have been the only Dark Thrones albums with this type of arrangements. Although, however, some, Fenris also performed spoken word vocals on the Panzerfaust outro. So, Transylvania Hunger was recorded on 4-track records set up by Fenris Bedroom Dub Necroshell Studios. How cool is that? That's a great name. But anyways, the lyrics for 4 of the album songs were written by the Norwegian black metal musician Varg Vinkris, who performed solo as Burzum. So you'll say there's a lot. So this is like, the early black metal scene. You have the Burzum, you have the Dark Thrones, and you have the Mayhems, right? With, the Deads and Euronymous. So, it's really, this is like the defining music. Like, this is when music actually was created. So guys, try to keep up here. So I know that there's quite a bit of controversy with the Dark Thrones, but it should be because they glorify evil. And if you don't glorify evil, then what are you really doing? You know what I'm saying? So basically, let's see here. So, so it's basically they try to accuse the bands of being Nazis, and they were like, well, we're not really Nazis, you're just, not goods, we're more brutal and evils, and you're pussies. And they ended up causing more offense. And what's this good, because you should offend peoples, and you should be evils, and you should be more fascist than the fascists. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. And anyway, so we're just gonna go scroll down here. So in 2017, the Pose of Rolling Stone magazine said that Transylvania Hunger is the 85th of their list of the 100th greatest metal albums of all time. So first of all, it's number 1, okay? So that's how you know it's Poser shit's going on here at the Rolling Stones, right? Okay, so anyways, in 2003, the album was remastered and reissued by Pitchfork, as well as being repackaged in a cardboard digipacks. The 4th and final chapter of the 4-part video interview spanning the first 4 albums of Fenris and Nocturnal Cultos was also included as bonus materials. So another cool little fun facts here for Christmas Day here is that at the ending of the track of the albums, right, or at the ending of As Fitamice as Satin Spice contained a backmass message. When the voice is played backward, it utters the phrase, "In the name of God, let the churches burn." So Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's a great Christmas albums. So basically, so they basically just said, all the people who are calling them names, you're idiotic and you probably are stupid, okay? So they said other things, but if I say it on YouTube, the videos will get deleted and people try to cancel me, but I can't be cancelled because I am evil itself. You tried to put me in prison and look how well that went. Nothing can hold Emperor Melkor. No chains, no bars, nothing. So I will escape eventually, and when I do, I'll come back even more brutal and more evil. So anyways, they basically said that, okay, well, so when the Panzerfaust albums came out, right, the following year, basically, the band came out and said, well, Dark Throne was certainly not a Nazi band, not a political band. Those of you who still might think so, you can lick Mother Mary's asshole in eternity. So basically, go fuck yourself. We're brutal bands, and we're going to be evils, and if you want to project other lesser evil people onto us, then you're poser. So basically, this is what happens at all the times when you have the bands that defies genre and is not poser. they upset the posers, and the posers then want to project poserness onto them, and then they have to come out and say, well, no, not posers, you're posers, so fuck yours, okay? And so that's basically the history lesson of the Dark Thrones. But basically, in conclusions, this is the most uplifting Christmas album you could possibly listen to this year, and I highly recommend it, okay? It's like, you have to have this in your collection or you're not black metal, okay? As I just said, this is true Norwegian black metals, okay? So I will try to serenade you with one song. Hang on, let me get the lyric sheets out. So this song, like I said, most of it is not in English, yes, okay, but some of it is. So we're gonna read, okay, so this one is called, now hang on, what's the best one? Hang on. Yeah, so we'll read, Over for Joe or Genom Tonas, okay? So it goes like this: Over for Joe or Gizam Tona, Gezanen den Undankelskog, och då som King Krieg varit paskitri skidjar kijot narhudai. I can't fucking read Norwegian, okay? So never mind. But basically, it's a great song, and I don't know what it's about because I can't speak Norway. But it's brutal, and it's about Santa coming and killing people for being Christians because Christmas is pagan, you know, hell Satan. So fuck you all. I hope you all burn in hells. I hope your Christmas trees catch on fire from the lights, and it burns down your house, and it burns you, and you have no place to live but in the cold darkness, and yours will live forever in despair and sorrows, and that you will learn that those true vampires, the counts, will drink your blood, feast on your blood. Hang on, I'm having trouble putting this record in. Just give me a second, okay? Hang on. It's probably because I'm doing it the wrong way. Hang on. No, it's probably because of this. Hang on, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've made some videos. Guys, a bit gentle to Melkor. There it goes. So anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you should all just fucking dies on skies, and I hope that you realize that Santa, you know, he wears red because he's Satan's. And if actually it's, you know, coded, because if you rearrange the word Santa, it becomes Satan. So, you know, he really is the devil's, and he's giving you material wealth. You know, he's giving you the materials, you know, and that's all you cares about is your fucking presents, because you former capitalist swine. So, fuck yous, and I hope you have a very shitty fucking Christmas, and I will see you guys next week. Stay brutal and enjoy the witching hour, and always become more brutal than you before. Hail Satan. Nah!